Oh, hey there, guys.
Hey!
Hey, my name's Jason.
I'm Emily.
And together,
We're Jemely. So today, Jason and I, so for those of you that do and don't know us, we are engaged. We've been dating for almost 10 years now, so it's been like 9 years and a bit. And we kind of just wanted to make a video to give you guys some maybe like advice or tips or things that we have found really helpful in our relationship that has like kept us strong, because like our relationship's like super far from perfect. We went through a really rough patch where we were fighting a lot, but like we've grown so much together, and we kind of just want to give you guys some like insight into what has helped us.
yeah, like we just kind of want to help you guys with some tips, I guess you could say tips, or what's kind of worked for us to kind of make our relationship stronger, whether we learned it all the way from when we first started in year 1 or all the way to like year 9. So anything that we've kind of went through, share it with you guys to kind of tell you guys what we have learned throughout the process.
How we've stayed strong.
How we've stayed strong together.
Which, for the record, I gotta be completely honest, I have no idea how we've made it this long. Like,
I know.
I feel like for the first like half of our relationship, we were just kind of like going along.
Yeah, we were like, are we actually gonna stay?
Yeah.
And then just like recently, after I proposed to her, it was kind of like, or even before that, it was like, yeah, I knew that this guy or girl or whichever one was the one. I feel like, yeah, we were just kind of meant for each other.
I feel like we went through a time where we were just kind of like dating each other. Like, are we gonna break up? Are we not gonna break up? Are we gonna are we gonna end up with each other?
Yeah.
And then we finally like got like really close.
Mhm.
And then you proposed, and then now we've just been like super close.
Yeah. So, anyways, here's tip number 1.
Okay, so let's bring it all the way back to goddamn grade 9. Okay, so Jason, no, not grade 9, grade 8.
8 or 7, right? Whichever one.
Yeah,
Anyways,
7 or 8.
7 and 8.
So we were like 13. No, we were like 11, like 12, 11. What? We were like 12, 13. What is that?
Okay, we were like
Anyways,
12, 13 years
when
old.
Jason and I started dating, Jason cursed a lot. And for those of you that know me, I don't curse just by choice. There's no like reason for it. But Jason used to swear a lot when we first started dating.
Yeah, like in front of you.
Yeah, and I didn't like it.
No, I don't like it.
So I made a deal with Jason. This is what I said to him, okay? I said, hey, if you love me, no, I'm just kidding. I was just like, babe, you know, I would really appreciate it if you didn't swear in front of me, and if you do swear in front of me, what would happen?
She'd be like, then you can't kiss me for the rest of the day. So then I was like, oh, beep. I can't swear.
Because why?
Or I couldn't kiss you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't kiss you. So
And
I was
in
like,
grade 9 or 7 or 8, kissing was a big deal, okay?
yeah, it was like the, you know,
Yeah.
for the adults, right? And so I was like, hey, no way I'm swearing. So like I stopped completely swearing in
Yeah.
front of her at least.
Yeah.
Not that like I was still swearing like, you know, around my friends and whatnot, but like
Yeah, just not in front of me. Like, I didn't want to hear it, or like I didn't want to hear him swearing. I didn't want to hear it coming out of his mouth. So I told him, I was just like, if I hear you swear, I'm just not going to kiss you for the rest of the day. So he like made sure not to like swear around me, because if I heard it, I'd be like, oh, no kisses today.
Very main takeaway from this number 1 advice is that when she asked me not to do something, I did it, and so that was kind of like showing me that I do respect her. And also when I asked her for a favor, something that I didn't like from her, that she would do it back, and so it was kind of like a mutual respect for each other. So that's like what really helped us all the way from the beginning of year 1 when we first started dating. So,
And I think going back to like the swearing thing, I just feel like when you're arguing with your partner, if you do curse, we're not saying that cursing's wrong or bad,
but it just get really toxic.
When you're arguing with your partner, and if you're in a heated conversation with your partner, try to keep the swearing out of it. Like, I feel like I hear a lot of couples saying like F you, no, like F you back, and that's just like not respecting each other. So we've just always, I feel like since we started the habit back so early in our relationship, we've just always learned to like respect one another.
Yeah, so number 1 is respect.
Respect your partners. So the next thing that has really helped, I feel like, strengthen Jason and I's relationship is communication, like communicating with one another.
Yeah, so at the beginning of our relationship, like I'm sure like a lot of you guys can vouch for this, is like talking about your emotion is like pussy way of or be like, if you talk about how you feel, it's considered a pussy, I guess, right? And I was like that because I was like, I'm hard, I'm a tough guy, right? Like, I'm not gonna say anything and I'm not gonna tell Emily how I feel. And then just like kind of the past year or two or whatever, I just kind of started talking about how I feel more, and with that it kind of like opened more doors, which led to us being closer, and we just kind of bonded more. And like any kind of problems I had, I was just like, you know, this is what's happening to me. Can we fix this? How do we do it? How can we go through this together? Talking as a guy is cool, like communicating with each other about literally everything. Like, hey, I took a piss at like 3 p.m. today. Like, over exaggeration, but like, you get it. You get my point.
Yeah.
You get my point.
Yeah, I just feel like communication, and I feel like it's said so much. Like, people are like, communicating your relationship, and it's so true. Like, you get to learn and like understand your partner, and if that's the partner that you're potentially gonna marry, like, obviously we're engaged, so like I feel like that's why we've like almost like taken the next step into like really understanding each other. But if you're like potentially gonna marry your significant other, like, why not take the time to communicate with them? Tell them how you feel, ask them how they feel. Like, and if something's bothering you, like, I really didn't like how you did XYZ, okay, well, maybe I can change this. If, well, I don't like if when you do this. So like, you know what I mean? Like, just communicate with each other, understand each other, and just talk to each other, guys.
Yeah, talking is
like
cool.
Grow like a friendship with your person.
Yeah, because that's pretty much your best friend for life, potentially, if that's what God or whoever you look up to. So you might as well talk to them, because that's gonna be the person that you spend the rest of your life with. So that's the second one.
So the next thing we're going to be talking about is the concept of like being a team with your partner / like trying to be on the same page.
So yeah, just being on the same team. Being on the same team is like, hate the player, or don't hate the player, but hate the game, right?
Yeah.
Right? So if you guys have a problem together, fix the problem and don't hold a grudge toward each other, because that just makes your relationship worse, honestly.
Yeah, like I feel like if you guys, like if you're in a heated conversation with your partner, if you guys are arguing, which we have done a lot in the past, I feel like before we used to like get mad at each other a lot, and we would hold hate towards each other and like grudges towards each other, when like really you should be working on trying to fix the problem and focusing on the issue. Don't focus on, well, he said this and he said that. Like, look at the issue and try to fix the issue together. Like, you have to put in the same amount of effort.
Yeah, or else like the problem could just go way worse than it should have been. Think of your relationship as if you're like a basketball team. If one player is lacking, your team isn't really gonna win, and you guys are just gonna lose together. So why not just work together and solve the issue, like beat the other team, which is your problems, and so it just like, you just end up winning together pretty much.
And you all have to put in the same amount of effort.
Yeah, you gotta put in the same effort, or else like one's gonna feel like, oh, this person's not really putting in any effort or as much effort as me, so why should I, right? So it's just kind of like the balance of efforts, and just kind of show them that you care about the other person pretty much.
And you guys can have, like, we're not saying that you have to have the same opinions. You guys can each have your own opinions. You can each have different views on things. We're not saying you have to agree on everything. You don't have to have the same interests either. But you're gonna want to work together to try to like compromise. Like, if he loves to go to the beach every single Saturday, but I'm like, oh, I hate going out. Like, if we're a team, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, like, why don't we go to the beach this weekend, but next weekend let's stay in. Do you know what I mean? Like, for an example, like, you just want to work together as a team, because like, it's your partner. I don't know, it's just like kind of a no-brainer. If you guys are together, just work to being a good couple. Like, I don't know.
Like, work together, please each other, do what the other person likes. Just kind of, you know, just be on the same team pretty much. So
yeah, just work together, be on the same page. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, then that's bon appetit.
Cheers.
Okay. So, the next thing we want to talk to you guys about is pride. And learning how to
/ pride and ego.
Yeah, and like learning how to like put your pride aside, put your ego down, because sometimes it's just not worth it. So I feel like with pride, like I feel like when you're maybe like when you get into an argument with your partner, I feel like a lot of the times we tend to be like, well, I'm not gonna text him if he doesn't text me. I'm not gonna say hi to him if he doesn't say hi to me. I'm not gonna say sorry unless he says sorry to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you need to be able to recognize things that you have done wrong and then say sorry if you know that it was your fault. I feel like you should still hold your standards. Like, you should still have standards, but like I feel like pride is just like a wall that you put in front of your partner if you're like in a heated conversation, or like, you know what I mean, like in like the negative situations of like relationships. I feel like pride is just like putting up a wall, and it doesn't help anyone. Like, it doesn't make the situation better at all.
Lately we've been learning how to put our pride / ego down, more so Emily.
Yeah.
And so like before, when she had like so much pride or whatever, or ego, if I had done something, our fights would last like 3 days to like a week, whereas like now it would only last like 30 minutes, like an hour, tops 4 hours, talking about the problem, getting over it and moving on, but still making sure that the other person that you're talking to or your partner learns from that mistake that they made, and to not do that again, or try not to do it again at least. And then like just a done deal. Like just call it a day, and that's it. Move on with your life together, and and yeah, just
like make sure you come to like an even conclusion. Like, you don't want to leave the other person feeling like they don't care. Like, make sure you come to a conclusion where the both of you guys like agree, like, okay, like, we're gonna make the situation better next time by doing XYZ. Yeah, back to what Jason was saying, was that like maybe if he did something wrong and it like really hurt my feelings, and then he comes and says sorry to me, I'll be like, no, I don't want to talk to you. And then he'll like come say sorry again, and then I'm like, no, I'm still mad at you. If he's coming to say sorry to you, or like vice versa, if the girl's coming to say sorry to the guy, like,
it's actually okay. Guy, it's easier for guys to just forgive. If you guys say sorry, we're just like, okay, good.
We emotional, whatever. But anyways, like, either like whichever way it is, recognize that the person's coming to say sorry to you. Like, make sure it's genuine too. Obviously, if you know that it's like BS, then like no, like keep being mad. But like if you like think that it's genuine, just like learn to be able to like talk about the situation right then and there. Don't put your pride up and be like, no, he has to say sorry, and like do this grand gesture every single time. And do you know what I mean? Like, just learn to work with one another.
Yeah. And that is number 4. Okay, I guess that's all the tips / advice we have for you guys. Bonus tip though, what's your bonus tip?
Just like make sure that you're with someone that you find values you. You know what I mean? Like, know your own worth and know your own, like, love yourself first, and then just don't go into if you're in a relationship like questioning like, does this person like actually care about me? Are they genuine about it? Like, you shouldn't be questioning those things. You just I don't know, just be in a relationship with someone that values you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, good. That's a good tip. But that's it. I think. Anything else? Yeah, anything else?
I think that's everything. I think that those are just like some like super basic things that like have helped us. Obviously, like, we could go into detail and go into more depth. But
Yeah,
just for
basics are just the best way to go for, pretty much. That's our video, guys.
Ow!
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Anyways, that's our video. Catch you on the next video. Yeah.